For the forming process, I told you the various methods are there. So these are the methods which will helps to form the gear teeth, correct? So for that we'll have to use, so various method I have quoted over here. You can check these method on a Google, how it works or how the gear is going to form. So in that first sand casting method, it is totally cast iron based or brittle material process. Then shell molding process, investment casting process. All these are the brittle material. Then permanent mold casting process. Then die casting process, centrifugal casting, powder metallurgy, extrusion, injection molding, and cold forming. So these are the process of manufacturing of the gear, correct? So after manufacturing, we need to cut the gears as per our requirement or as per the our profile. So according to that, we'll have to use, just take a screenshot of this because it will not ask in the exam or in your write up. So just make a screenshot forming of the gear teeth. And second is what type of the cutting is required for to form the gear profile as per the requirement. So the forming process we have seen now. In case of the cutting of the gear teeth, we'll have to use a milling process, shaping process, hobbing process. So these are the process I told you. So this process you will have to search on Google how milling process will work, how shaping process will work, how hobbing process is going to work. So that you need to check. So these process you will have to check from the Google so that you will get idea what is going on, what the process exactly to manufacture the gears. Correct? So milling, shaping, and hobbing. So next, this is just an example of shaping process. So there is a such kind of the shaping machine, shaping tool is there, which will help to convert the teeth into raw material. So raw material, that is circular part of the gear pair or gear teeth, and through the shaping process, it will maintain the teeth. So such kind of the arrangement is there as shown in the figure. So likewise, we are going to manufacture the number of teeth on a gear. Now next is the shaping with the rack. Rack means while preparing the exact tooth profile. In case of the pinion as well as a gear, we'll have to use the rack cutters. So that cutters are help us for the proper meshing. So you can see first upper part is called as a gear blank, which is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, and the rack which will help to maintain the motion as well as the shape for the meshing. So there are the number of profile they have shown as per the situation, as per the rotation. So that part is going to cover in case of the shaping machine. Then this is the hobbing process. Hobbing is nothing but hobbing tool is a particular hobbing tool is required, and through which we'll have to get the proper inclination in between the teeth. So now in case of the straight teeth, we'll have to follow the shaping machine, very clear this. And in case of the helical or inclined teeth, in that case we'll have to use the hobbing process for preparing the kind of the teeth which we required as per the angle. Clear? Is that clear? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, after this, we'll move toward the tooth profile. That was the part I had explained yesterday. So there are the many more tooth profile. Now you can go through the reference books. They have given the various tooth profiles as like the various angles are there. According to that, we'll have to select the tooth profile. But as per the syllabus, we'll have to take only 4 tooth profile, and out of that, which one with the is the best and why, that I'm going to tell you. So first tooth profile is 14.5-degree composite teeth profile. So in case of the composite, it means that, of course, while deciding the profile of the teeth in case of the addendum as well as the dedendum, it can be one times module. In case of the addendum, in case of dedendum, it is more than one. That is 1.157 module from the center. Correct? That's why it is dedendum, bottom side. So while using such kind of the teeth, it is very important either that teeth are going to mesh properly or not. either that teeth are going to transfer proper motion or power or not, correct? So for that purpose, we'll have to consider the tooth profile. And in previous session, we have seen about minimum number of teeth to avoid the interference. In that, we have explained the equation, that is number of teeth on pinion is greater than or equal to twice of addendum divided by module into sine square phi. And that phi was actually tooth profile angle, that is pressure angle, we can say. So here you can see the teeth profile from the center, it will maintain 14.5 degree angle. Therefore, this system will have to say that 14.5 degree composite system. Why composite? Because its edges are going to convert into fillet. So you can see the corners are not available over here. We have just converted into the fillet. So that's why it is a composite system. Clear? And of course, the distance between the teeth or tooth space, we can say pi by 2 module always. The distance between consecutive, that is pitch length, we can say it is pi m always. And height and dedendum and addendum is always common. So out of that, only 14.5 degree angle will maintain by the particular tooth at the time of manufacturing, that we can say that 14.5 degree tooth profile. So second, you can see 14.5 degree full depth involute. Why full depth? All the features are same, but in case of the full depth, you can see the height of from the bottom for the tooth, it is 2 module. If you can add this 1 module plus 1.57, it will more than 2 point, that is 2.157. But we'll have to maintain the height 2 module from the bottom, and therefore we can say that that. And again, there is a corners, you can see no fillet is acting at the edges of the teeth, correct? So that's why it comes under the full depth involute system. So it is again 14.5 degree full depth involute composite, I told you. And in case of the full depth, there are the corners. This is just an indication, whichever be the better angle that we need to select for the design only, correct? I hope you understood this. हे कळालं का रे बाळांनो?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just draw this first. Sorry, before that, just write down standard tooth profile. Below that, write down there are basic four tooth profiles. There are basic four tooth profiles as per the standards. As per the standards. So write down first 14.5 degree composite system. 14.5 degree composite system. Second, 14.5 degree full depth profile. 14.5 degree full depth involute profile. Third, 20 degree instead of 14.5, 20 degree full depth involute profile. 20 degree full depth involute profile. And fourth, 20 degree stub involute profile. Stub, S-T-U-B. Stub involute profile. Stub involute profile. So these are the four profile. In a reference book or various books, they have mentioned the lot many tooth profile. म्हणजे जवळजवळ 25 डिग्री पर्यंत दिलेले आहेत त्यांनी. 14.5 झाला, नंतर 19 पॉइंट समथिंग झाला, नंतर 20 डिग्री झाला, 20 अँड सो ऑन. त्या पद्धतीने दिलेलं आहे. सो पण लिहिलं पहिला बेसिक, मग बेसिक सांगतोय मी. डोंट गो अदर टूथ प्रोफाइल्स, नो नीड rather. Clear? So just draw the diagram. First, title 5 composite tooth profile, and draw the first diagram only. 14.5 composite tooth profile, and draw the first diagram. Just draw the diagram carefully, and after completion, you can just tell me, so that will move another part. Just show the 14.5-degree angle, addendum 1 module, addendum 1.157, the distance between the teeth from the center pi m, and the tooth space is half of pi, that is pi by 2 module. Or okay, you can take a screenshot of this. Have you completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. In that you can write pressure angle phi is, pressure angle phi is 14.5 degree, 14.5 degree, which helps, which helps for proper meshing between gear pair. त्याच्यात पिनियन पण आला, gear पण आला. Between gear pair. Correct. So below that, write down second point. This type of tooth system, this type of tooth system gives good results, gives good results in case of, in case of large numbers of teeth, in case of large numbers of teeth. Correct. So second, 14.5 degree full depth involute system, 14.5 degree full depth involute system, full depth involute system. So in that, just draw the diagram. Instead of 14.5, sorry, instead of this fillet, you will have to use corners in the structure. Just draw the diagram. I'll the screen. So don't wait. Remaining things you can draw from your end. (14.5 degree full depth). Full depth. Okay, I'll just join because suddenly light gets off. So 14.5 degree full depth. So in that you can write I'll show you the yes. Okay, just draw this 14.5 degree. So it is having full depth, only corners are there instead of fillet, that's it. झाले का रे?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right now this type of tooth profile, this type of tooth profile, this type of tooth profile gives good results in large as well as small numbers of teeth, large as well as less number of teeth. दोन्हीसाठी सिस्टम फिजिबल आहे फुल डेप्थ इन व्हॉल्यूम. Correct. So third point, write down 20 degree full depth in volute. 20 degree full depth in volute. ठीक आहे. दोन्ही डायग्राम काढा. पहिला 20 degree full depth एक दोन ओळी सोडा आणि परत स्टब सिस्टमची पण डायग्राम काढा. So that I'll explain. In case of 20 degree full depth, all the things are same. The corners are there, and in case of the stub system, height is going to change. Instead of 2 mod from the base, it will come some up to 1.6 times module. That means it will reduce the height. So if it is reduced the height, the meshing also creating a trouble. Just draw the two diagrams. Keep some. In case of stub system, you can see addendum, dedendum get changed. और झालं का रे? और योगिता?
No, sir.
ओके. हे बघा, सेकंड सेमिस्टरची एक्झाम तुमची जी काय आहे या सब्जेक्टची ती ऑफलाईनच होणार आहे बरं का. So don't bunk the sessions, don't miss the lectures. Now today's attendance is 30. As per the class teacher point of view, your attendance is 40, total students are 49. So if your friend is absent for the lecture, you just tell him or her, because as I told you, HOD sir and team is rigorously taking a follow-up of the students who is going to come for the lecture, who is bunk the session, who is going from middle of the session. All the things are recorded by the team, correct? So be careful about that. So instead of that, very simplest way that you have to attend the session with thorough understanding. झालं का हे?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in that you can just write down 20-degree full depth. Under that you can write 20-degree full depth. This type of tooth profile, this type of tooth profile is best suited for small number of tooths, on gear, bigger part, gear. Also, this type of system is best out of four basic profiles. It means, see, it means we are going to take the pressure angle is 20 degree. याच्यावरून हा अर्थ क्लिअर झाला की फाय आपण इथून पुढे जे काही घेणार आहे किंवा जे काही डिझाइन करताना घेतो, that pressure angle is always 20 degree. Remember this. Clear? So for second diagram, you can just write down this type of involute system 20 degree stop साठीला. This type of involute system difficult to manufacture, as well as it creates problem. During mesh. Correct? So these are the four type of the tooth profile. Out of that, we are going to select the 20 degree full depth. That is, we'll have to say phi is equal to 20 degree. Correct? Now the few point I'll tell you about this pressure angle. What is pressure angle? Pressure angle is nothing but the angle which can come at the time of mating, and or we can say it will help for proper meshing. So see this diagram. Here is the pressure angle phi. This is pinion, this is gear. What is the role of pressure angle? Role of pressure angle is to maintain or to balance the forces at the time of the meshing. So that is the rule. So that's why pressure angle is important. Now there is a question many time in the oral, if pressure angle is more, what to do, and if pressure angle is less, what to do, or what will happen in a gear pair structure. So just write down next heading, the advantages of smaller pressure angle. Advantages of smaller pressure angle. Advantages of smaller pressure angle. So few advantages are there. If smaller pressure angle, smaller म्हणजे काय 14.5 पेक्षा कमी, smaller pressure angle. So write down first advantage, radial or separating force is low. जो काही फोर्स लागणार आहे तो कमी लागणार आहे, म्हणजे मेशिंग प्रॉपर होऊ शकणार नाही. रॅडियल और सेपरेटिंग फोर्स इज लो. सेकंड advantage, it will work in a silent mode. In a silent mode. Third, it gives good results. It gives good results in case of large number of teeth. In case of large number of teeth. Limitations. Second point, for lower pressure angle or smaller pressure angle, limitations. First limitation, to avoid the interference, interference, relatively large number of tooths are required. त्याच्याशिवाय इंटरफरन्स प्रॉब्लेम कमी होणार नाही, आपण बघितलंय. So relatively large number of teeth are required. Second, it causes high bending. Of course, cross section area जर तुम्ही गिअरचा बघितला टीथचा, सो इट इज फ्रस्टम लाईक कोन. फ्रस्टम म्हणजे काय, बॉटमला साईज मोठी आहे आणि टॉप साइडला जाईल तशी साईज कमी होते, थिकनेस. So frustum like, so it causes high bending stress and high contact stress. High bending stress and high contact stress. Next heading, advantage and limitation of larger pressure angle. Advantages and limitation of larger pressure. Larger म्हणजे काय, 20 degree पेक्षा more, more than 20 degree, larger pressure angle. So just write down advantage. First point, advantage. First point, to avoid the interference. To avoid the interference. आता ह्याचे advantages सगळे त्याचे लिमिटेशन असणार वरच्याचे, वाइस वर्सा असतं ते. So to avoid the interference, lesser number of teeth are required. Lesser number of teeth are required. जे की लिमिटेशन होतं मगाशी. ठीक आहे. Second advantage, for the larger pressure angle, you can write, due to large tooth thickness, pressure angle वाढला, thickness वाढणार. Due to large tooth thickness at the base, the bending stresses are low. Strength enough. So because of the strength, bending stresses are low. Also, contact stresses are low. Contact stresses are low. Now limitation of larger pressure angle. Next heading, limitations. limitations of larger pressure angle. Limitations of larger pressure angle. So write down first, separating or radial force is high. Separating or radial force is high. Second, contact ratio is low. हाय प्रेशर असेल त्यामुळे मेशिंग प्रॉपर होणार नाही. कॉन्टॅक्ट रेशो इज लो. ड्यू टू दॅट ऑपरेशन इज नॉइझी. ड्यू टू दॅट ऑपरेशन इज नॉइझी. मग घ्यायचा कुठला, लोअर और हायर, मिडल वन, दॅट इज 20 डिग्री. म्हणून मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं विच इज द बेस्ट सुटेड आउट ऑफ 4 टूथ प्रोफाइल. therefore phi is equal to 20 degree suitable pressure angle for the gear tooth profile. समजलं का रे?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next heading, write down force analysis on spur gear. Force analysis on spur gear. Force analysis on spur gear. Now you can see, first understand and then write. This is the pinion, smaller part, which is moving in clockwise direction. Gear is bigger part, moving in anti-clockwise direction. And the force analysis as a title, it means that we need to consider what kind of the forces are acting on a gear pair. So of course, basically here in case of the spur gear, the straight teeth is there. Due to that, three basic forces are applied on a gear pair. What are three basic forces? So I'll tell you. See this diagram. You can see either pinion or gear. कुठलीही एक diagram बघ. Pinionचं इकडं check करा, मी सांगतो pinionचं. So see, there are the three forces. First is the radial force. What is radial force? The force which is acting toward the center. मग तो पिनियनच्या असेल radial force toward the center, gearचा असेल तर toward the gear, correct? So this will be the radial force, notation FR. हा पहिला force act होईल. दुसरा आहे tangential force, FT, the force which is acting tangentially with respect to pinion or gear. That is tangential force. You can see for the pinion. So always remember this kind of the nature. See, FT, tangential force of the pinion, is always acting opposite to the direction of rotation. समजते का? पिनियनची रोटेशन क्लॉकवाइज आहे, त्याला अपोज करतं. दॅट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ टँजेन्शियल फोर्स. किंवा तुम्ही शॉर्ट भाषेत असंही म्हणू शकता, द टँजेन्शियल फोर्स, इट इज द फोर्स ऍक्ट ऑन अ पिनियन विच अपोज द रोटेशन. व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. कारण एक्झाम्पल मध्ये तुम्हाला टूथ प्रोफाईलच्या फोर्सेस दाखवायला सांगतात तर मुलं उलट करतात. तो ही ट्रिक लक्षात ठेवायची. एक तर पिनियनचं लक्षात ठेवायचं किंवा गिअरचं लक्षात ठेवायचं. लक्षात म्हणजे अंडरस्टँड करायचं. ठीक आहे. सो पिनियनचं मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं व्हेरी क्लिअर दॅट द टँजेन्शियल फोर्स विच अपोज द रोटेशन ऑफ द पिनियन, दॅट वी कॉल्ड एज अ टँजेन्शियल फोर्स. आणि फॉर कंबाइनिंग ऑल द फोर्स, हॉरिझॉन्टल ॲज वेल एज व्हर्टिकल. हॉरिझॉन्टल कोण आहे? टँजेन्शियल. व्हर्टिकल कोण आहे? रेडियल. मग त्यांचं काय असणार? रिझल्टंट असणार. सो दॅट थर्ड फोर्स इज कॉल्ड एज capital F, resultant force. So likewise, three forces are present in case of designing of spur gear. Is that clear? समझलं का रे?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक. So force analysis. So below that just write down. There are three basic kinds of the force. There are three basic kinds of the force acting on a spur gear. मी पर्टिक्युलरली स्पर गिअर म्हणतोय कारण हेलिकलला वेगळे असणार आहेत, बाकीच्या गिअरला वेगळे असणार आहे, म्हणून आपण म्हणतोय ऑन अ स्पर गिअर ॲज लाईक खाली लिहा. वन टँजेन्शियल लोड और टँजेन्शियल फोर्स म्हणा. टँजेन्शियल फोर्स FT, नोटेशन व्हेरी सिंपल लिहिले. FT tangential force ब्रॅकेट मध्ये FT ला. सेकंड radial force FR, radial force FR. Third, resultant force capital F, resultant force capital F. Okay, so we need to find out the formulation for the force on a spur gear. Okay, so before moving forward, you just draw this diagram. या diagram मधून आपल्याला हे क्लिअर होतं की pressure angle purpose काय आहे. The pressure angle चा purpose आहे for proper meshing, and second thing, maintaining or balancing the resultant force F. जर ही डायग्राम मध्ये रिझल्टंट फोर्स बघा F इक्वल अँड अपोजिट नसता तर त्याचं इंडिकेशन असतं हा फोर्स बॅलन्स नाहीये, बॅलन्सिंग होत नाहीये, म्हणजे मेशिंगला प्रॉब्लेम येणार. सो दॅट्स वाय जेव्हा आपण फोर्स अनालिसिस करतो तेव्हा रिझल्टंट फोर्स शुड बी बॅलन्स्ड. सो दॅट्स वाय दिस फिगर इज शोन. सो यू कॅन ड्रॉ दिस फिगर. स्मॉलर वन, पिनियन, गिअर, सगळे नोटेशन्स, अँगल, रोटेशन्स, पाय, हे सगळं व्यवस्थित लिहा आणि डायग्राम झाली की मला सांगा. Draw the diagram carefully. Notations लिहून देतोय, काही काळजी करू नका, फक्त डायग्राम ड्रॉ करा. झाली का रे? This is the simplest one. Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, then draw this for pinion as well as gear separately. एक वेळ तुम्ही फिगर बी ड्रॉ करू नका, चालते. फिगर सी यू विल हॅव टू ड्रॉ. Indication for pinion forces and gear forces. Over.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll write the formulation for that. Now diagram is with you, so I'll just write the formulation for that. The first force is a tangential force, so we'll have to move to calculate tangential force. Now this type of the force, you can see the tangential force. So as we all know the basic equation, now force is nothing but power divided by velocity, correct? Now here we are interested in tangential force, Ft. That's why notation is Ft, tangential force. Now we know power is nothing but 2 pi nt by 60. 2 pi, n is rpm, t is torque, divided by 60. Now velocity is nothing but pitch line velocity, that we can say that pi dn by 60. Here is also small n, pi dn by 60, correct? Now if I convert this equation, if I cancel the terms, I'll get the value. You can see the torque with respect to radius, or I can say d by 2. हे समजते का? हे कसं आलं कळालं का?
Yes, sir.
बाकीचे?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
see here, good. This is the tangential force for spur gear, but if they have asked to calculate tangential force for pinion, so I can write, see, if for pinion I will have to write TP, that is tangential force for pinion, torque for pinion, diameter for pinion, or else I can write this T by R also, radius. So इथं पण असंच होईल, TP by RP. In case of gear, if they have asked, I can write TG by RG. That's it. So this way we'll have to calculate the tangential force occur on a spur gear pair for every gear. सगळ्या gear मध्ये tangential force असणार आणि सगळ्या gearचं force equation हेच राहणार आहे, काय बदलणार नाही, P by V. Therefore our equation is torque by radius always. ठीक है? So just write down this carefully. Tangential force, पहिला force म्हणा tangential force. So you can write force is equal to power by velocity. So power by velocity, you can write power is 2 pi nt by 60, and velocity pi dn by 60, correct? So we'll get TP by RP for pinion case, for gear case TG by RG. Torque by radius, that will be the equation for tangential force. एक्झाम मध्ये टॉर्क टँजेन्शियल फोर्स विचारलाय, हे 2 पाय nt कॅल्क्युलेट करत बसतात मुलं वेड्यासारखं, काही गरज नसते. डायरेक्ट टॉर्क दिलेला असतो त्या पद्धतीने करायचं. दिस इज द फायनल आउटकम. लिहिलं काय?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके, विल मूव टुवर्ड द रॅडियल फोर्स. पिनियनची डायग्राम बघा फोर्स अनालिसिस मध्ये. So pinion, it is having force. So can you tell me tan of phi how much for pinion case? Tan of phi, tan of pressure angle phi.
FR by FT.
Correct. So I'll write here. Second force is radial force. Tan of phi is equal to radial force by tangential force. So now tangential force is the basic force. कधीही फोर्स अनालिसिस मध्ये पहिला tangential force काढायचा, and that is the basic one. आणि तो मिळाला की पुढचे फोर्स येतात. म्हणून मी इथे इक्वेशन असं लिहितो बघा. रॅडियल फोर्स फॉर स्पर गिअर Ft tan of phi, आणि ऑफकोर्स phi म्हणजे कोण आहे, 20 डिग्री. So this will be the equation. So just write down this. Radial force we can calculate. Fr is equal to Ft tan of phi, and Ft we have already calculated. So to put up करायचं. Ft tan of phi. Okay, is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Now next,
Yes, sir.
last force. Okay, good. Last force is resultant force, capital F notation. Now resultant definition suggested us that The resultant force is nothing but square root of horizontal force square plus vertical force square. Vertical force square. So I'll write directly here resultant force. Horizontal height tangential force. So I can write square root of Ft bracket square plus Fr radial force toward the center bracket square. That's it. 4. This is about the force analysis of spur gear. Very simple. You just understand the concept, understand the drawing through which we have calculated this. काही पार्ट आपण करत बसलो नाहीये. डायग्राम थ्रू आपण व्हॅल्यूज कॅल्क्युलेट केल्या आणि त्या फिक्स राहतात स्पर गिअरसाठी. कळाल का रे हे सगळ्यांना?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So right now it is 11:49. So I have taken 4-5 minutes more. So you just revise the session, whatever the session we have covered today, and I'll upload the video lecture of this recorded lecture of this on a team. So take a benefit and tell your friends also, students. So we'll meet in next session. Thank you.